Hi guys, welcome to another Barb Stamps video. Today we're going to make this really cool tea light holder out of one of our little clear boxes and the Hometown Greetings Edgelits. So sit back and relax and let's get this started.
All right, here we are. So here is the tea light in the light rather than in the dark. And you can see I just have it secured with some dimensionals down on a piece of gold glimmer paper. And then I've got some of our Peekaboo Peach crinkled seam binding wrapped around the box so that I could give it as a gift. And it just looks really cute sitting on a table. So let's make one. We're going to use the Hometown Greetings Edgelit dies. And they're shown in our holiday catalog on page 39. And it's a set of 6 dies. And each of the dies creates a different shape, a different row of buildings, have you, and then a few other little pieces. So we've got the row of buildings here that's got the church on it. Cuts out like that. You can see all the detail on that the die gives you. Really, really neat. We've got a row of houses with some trees and a snowman. Super cute. That's this one here. And we've got this one here that I've already got die cut for our project that's got a few houses and some trees. And just look at the detail on these dies. It's just really cool. All the little pieces that come out that just make these so lifelike. We've also got, we've also got a little tag topper die that creates a little 2-inch wide tag with a cute little heart hole in it. Adorable. We've got this little row of 3 little houses that you could use on a project. And then our final die is like some stars in the sky that you could cut out of, to create like your sky on a card. I don't know if you can really see that. Maybe if I just lay it down, you can see it better. Yeah, some stars and then some little dots. So those are the 6 dies. And of the dies, we've already got this one used. And we're going to use the one with the church, but we're going to cut it off so that it's not really a church on a Halloween project. So I've got the die here. I've also got I believe this is a 2 1/4 by 4 3/4 inch piece of black cardstock. And then I've also got some of our multi-purpose adhesive sheets that are new to the catalog this year. And I just cut that to the same size. So I'm going to peel the backing paper off this. Peel that off. The printed piece is the garbage. Carefully lay this onto the black cardstock. It's the same size almost. All right, so I'll get that on there. And I'm going to go grab my big shots. So hang on, I'll be right back. All right, got the big shot here. We've got our platform. We've got our precision base plate because this is kind of a detailed die. Now, like I said, I don't want this to be a church on this project. So my paper is not as long as the church, which doesn't matter because I'm planning on cutting it off right here anyway to make it just look like a row of houses or something with some trees by them. So we're going to run this through the big shot. Okay, so we've got that. Move the big shot out of the way. All right, got the big shot out of the way. We've got our foam mat and our die brush in here, and we're just going to roll that over the cardstock here with the adhesive on the back. And see if we can get most of these little pieces out before we release the die. Okay. Yeah, I think we've got most of them off. Just going to tear that edge right off there. This one I think I'm going to cut because I don't know how much of that edge I'm going to need to wrap around my box. Okay, and we've got most of these pieces are out, so I'll just take my scissors, poke these last little pieces out. All right, I'm just going to snip off the top part of this church so that it just looks like a house rather than a church. Bring in my other piece here, and I've also got my little plastic 2-inch box. My little box, clear box, so it's kind of hard to see on the camera, but these are our clear tiny treat boxes, and they come in a package of 16. And so we're going to use one of these today. This piece I've already kind of folded, so I kind of laid it on my box, decided where I wanted it to be, kind of gave myself an eyeball with my thumb, and then I just folded it in half right there so that when I peel off the paper backing of the adhesive, it'll just stick right on there. So this other one, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to kind of go right between these two buildings here. About right there, I think. So I just kind of marked it with my fingernail. And then I'll just kind of fold that on itself also. Bring a bone folder in here. Get that crease nice and crisp. Okay. And then all I have to do is just peel this paper backing off. Again, my eyes are just the worst. Getting old is a bummer. All right, you can see it comes off pretty easily. And then I'm just going to kind of poof up, I don't know what the term is, just kind of bring it up a little bit so that when I lay my paper on there, it'll kind of lay right on that fold line. You know what? I'm getting my reading glasses. Hang on a minute. Okay, much better. Now I can actually see what I'm doing, which was going to be very helpful. Okay, so I'll kind of get it on the fold, and then I'm going to line the bottom edge of the one side right along that kind of fold line on the box. Bring this one over and do the same thing. And then I'll just kind of press those little pieces into place. And you can see, of course, I have a little bit of excess. No problem. I'll just snip that off with my paper snips. All right, perfect. And then I'm going to get my other piece. I'll tear the backing off of that. All right, we'll just peel the backing off of that. And I'll do the same thing. Kind of grab it there. Kind of get that to the point. Put my fold line on there. Oops, my finger's stuck on the tree. Ah! And then we'll just bring that over to the edge. Bring this one, follow the line over to the edge. And get the tree stuck down. And then we'll just kind of press all those pieces into place. Okay, and then I've got some excess on this side that I'm just going to trim off with my paper snips. There we go. Maybe a little bit more. Okay, that edge is done. This edge here, we've got a little bit to cut off. And then I got that other side, I think, before I put my reading glasses on, maybe, or maybe I had them on. Who knows? Okay, switch glasses again here. All right, so here we have our little row of buildings all around the box. And I'm just going to assemble the box now. So we'll kind of bring that flap in. If you can see that, it kind of has a cutout here. That's going to go in first. And then these two little side flaps are going to go right underneath that. And then this last flap just kind of bends over and just pops right in there. And now I do want to add a piece of glimmer paper, but I'm going to choose silver this time. It's a 2x2 piece of silver glimmer paper. Plop that down in the box. Get myself a little Tealight. These are those battery powered ones. And I'm just going to grab a couple of Stampin' Dimensionals. I'm going to put those on the bottom. Maybe I'll grab a third on the bottom here. Peel the backings off. Okay. And then we're just going to, actually I'm going to dump that out. So I can get that in the center of the square. Okay, and then you can turn it on and off just by pressing down on it because it's got that little button there. So there we go. Drop that down in the box. Close it up. And there we have our Tealight in our box. Very cool. And the last thing I want to do is I'm going to wrap this one with a piece of Berry Burst crinkled seam binding. So I'm just going to leave I always leave my ribbons on the roll. I just find that that way I use just exactly, pretty much exactly what I need with no waste. So we'll just wrap this around the box here. Make ourselves a cute little bow. Like so. Grab some scissors and cut that off. We've got some little tea light projects here. They're adorable with the little battery powered tea lights, and then our little village that wraps around there. So if you need any supplies to create your own little tea light villages, you can get them at shoppingwithbarb.com. Give the video a thumbs up if you liked what I showed you today, and subscribe down here in the corner if you want to be notified when I upload new videos. Thanks a lot for watching, everyone, and have a wonderful day.